Hello. Hi. Hi. Who's watching? Let me see how many people are watching. Two people. Hello, two people. Thank you for being here. Hello. Hello, Diego. Nice to see you. What's up? I am trying to go live at the same time on my Instagram, but it's not working. I swear I've been trying for like 30 minutes to connect my Instagram, but it's not happening. I think I'm gonna go live on Instagram with my phone, but I'm not sure how it's gonna work. I will just go live maybe for just a few minutes, and then we'll see. I should probably try to close it on the OBS as well. Today I'm gonna sculpt. I don't have any guests today, so I'll be sculpting. My phone is always dirty, so I need to clean my camera. You two working right now. Figured out hangout here as well. Well, thank you. It's really difficult to work in this heat here. It's really difficult, I can say. Like I'm boiling, literally boiling. I'm not even sure if this is a good idea to go live with my phone. It's just gonna look like me sculpting, but no one is gonna be able to see what is going on. I'll just go live for a few minutes then. Rio is worse. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm not used to go live on Instagram on my phone. I think I don't know how it works, honestly. I'm not sure if I'm live. No, it wasn't live. Wait a second. No, that was... Okay, start again. Just go live. Maybe with the title Sculpting with Leila. Leila, yeah. It has to work now. Okay. I already sculpted this 3D portrait. It's not actually a full sculpt, I just sketched, and this is the reference. Well, if you don't know about this challenge, it's made by my friend D-Max. Oh, by the way, I want to ask people on YouTube if the music is too loud. I can always, you know, lower the volume if it's too loud. Just let me know in the comments. Hi and greetings from Brazil. Hello, people from Brazil. Hello. Hi, people on Instagram. Well, I should say sorry for not being able to show you what I'm doing here on my computer, because I usually connect both my Instagram and YouTube on my computer to be able to share a screen and at the same time go live, like with my face. But today it just didn't work. Also, the other week that I was hosting Kayo, it didn't work. I don't know why. So I just decided to just go live with my phone for just a few minutes and then like tell you guys that I'm live on YouTube. And if you want to see what I'm doing, what I'm sculpting, maybe go check it there. Or if you just want to, you know, listen, maybe here is a better option. Here I mean on Instagram. Oh, hello, Patrick. Greetings from USA. Hi, Patrick. It's nice to see you here. So, this is the challenge that my friend D-Max made, and I'm recently taking on this challenge. I already sculpted 1, 2, 3 portraits, like kind of finished, like as a sketch, but I finished it. But the fourth one is here. This one is not fully done yet, but I think it's almost there, so maybe I can call it it's finished. I can call it done. And I will sculpt this one, I think, today. This looks like a soldier with a lot of history behind. So for that, I think I'm gonna need to start with head planes on ZBrush. That's what I usually do. Hello. Hi, Leila. Your voice is low. Let me try to change my setting. How about now? How about now? How about now? Hello, beautiful people on Instagram. Hello, everyone. Hi, Hadi. Thank you. So that's what I usually do. I start with head planes, the male one, because I'm going to sculpt a male soldier. So I'm gonna start with this one. And the first thing I do... Hi, Michael. Hi, what's up? Hello, Rehane. Hello. So the first thing I do, I just adjust the perspective angle. I usually put it something between like 30 to 35, but I usually go for 32. And I don't like to see the floor, so I get rid of the floor. And I need my reference here to be kind of small. Somewhere here, but this is too big. Maybe smaller like this. Hello, hello. The weather in Warsaw is okay. Yeah, I bet it is. It's usually colder, like more chill. So could you guys on YouTube let me know if the music is too loud? If it's too loud, just write in the comments so I can, you know, adjust the volume. So I usually start with clay build-up, clay tubes to just, you know, soften the edges here and there. As I'm also looking at the reference to try to, you know, have a sense of the proportions. Hi, Dave. Wish I could stay, but super busy before World Model Expo. Just wanted to say hi. Hello. Yeah, I bet you guys are busy. I unfortunately canceled World Model Expo. I wasn't in the right headspace to handle another travel. Music is not bothering me, but I'm on headphones, so I don't know. Okay. If it's bothering you guys, others, if it's bothering anyone, just write me in the comments. I think his face is kind of like squarish, so I'm gonna go for move brush. I'm gonna move the sides, the jaw a little bit. And I also use Stream Dynamic, guys. These brushes are the ones that I usually use like quite a lot. So I have it here where I can reach faster. Yeah, Dave, I'm sorry too. I really wanted to come to World Model Expo, but sadly I can't. Actually, I start with the nose most of the time. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's like, you know, always in the center. So I try to, you know, start from the center, because that's also how you do when you're sculpting in traditional. Now I know some traditional sculpting tips because I took this workshop with Brian a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, and now I know some stuff about traditional sculpting with clay. I can't see the screen. Yeah, guys, sorry. If you want to see the screen, maybe join the link. Click on the link I just posted a few minutes ago. It's my YouTube link. You can see what I'm doing on YouTube. But sadly, there was a problem with my OBS, with my setting on my computer, that I couldn't share my screen on Instagram. So I'm live only with my phone. I can actually rotate my phone for you guys to see what I'm doing, but that's boring, come on. It's gonna look boring, like looking at the screen from the other screen. It's like, no. Next time I'm gonna fix the problem. So another thing that I usually do is, you know, adding these strong parts, like strong features on the face. It's usually like starting from the nose, and the second one is usually the cheekbones. So I see that this guy has a very strong cheekbones, and then kind of the how do you call this part, the lower part of the cheekbone is kind of like too much inward. So I think these are the parts that I consider when I'm sculpting. Like, the other thing is that he has a very thick, you know, lips. I also have to sketch quickly. And the other thing that I see here in this portrait is that he's having this kind of, you know, puffy eyes. And then, like, I'm not really consistent on where I start to finish exactly that part. I just touch everything here and there to you know, to reach the point that feels right. For example, if I'm starting with the nose, I'm not like going straight to finish how it looks right at the beginning. I just, you know, try to you know, put the general forms of the portrait that I see from the front and also from the sides. I see some comments on Instagram. Let me see. Sorry if I missed some comments. I see a long one here. Leila, tell us about your early days of becoming a 3D artist? Was it hard at first? Because I recently started learning, and it's been challenging for me. Yeah, absolutely, it was challenging for me as well. I think for anyone it's challenging, pretty much everything. If you want to learn something new, you want to learn how to play guitar, it's gonna be challenging. No one borns with the talent. It's gonna be definitely a challenge to start. But I think what keeps you, motivated is if you actually enjoy what you're doing or not. Hello, Leila. Hello, everyone. I'm a young Brazilian apprentice trying to learn more about 3D sculpting with masters like you. It's a pleasure to be attending this class. Sorry, my English is a bit bad. Trust me, your English is not worse than mine. My English is bad as well, especially since I started to learn Italian. Like, I know a few languages, so every time my brain is like trying to choose. When I get stuck, like for example, I'm talking and then my brain stops for a second, like, which language are you speaking now? You have to choose the right word among the other, for example, four words that in different languages for the same thing that you want to talk about. But many Brazilians here. Happy to have you guys here. I'm not a master, come on. You guys have a master like Rafa Souza? I'm nothing in front of Rafa Souza. No. Every time I'm just trying to do my best, and always I'm learning. I think that's what we all do. We are all learning. At some point, I think I need to break the symmetry, because he's actually looking to the side, and it's not gonna look like how I'm sculpting now. So maybe for now, just leave it closed. Leave the eyes, I mean. Just shape the eyelids a little bit. And the nose is, I think, I need to flatten the nose. It has to look kind of flat. Maybe this part needs to go backward. And here, Rafa Souza is your teacher. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. He's the real master. I have some comments on Instagram. Where is the screen? Sorry guys. Yeah, the screen is on YouTube. The screen is on YouTube. Hello everyone. Hello. What's up everybody? Rafael Gracity as well. Yeah, Rafael Gracity as well. Need to be named Rafael to be good. Yeah, I think there are many Rafaels in Brazil. I knew Rafael Gracity is also from Brazil, but I somehow forgot. Yeah, he's great. He's great. I feel like I need to move the jaw. Yeah, maybe like this. Another thing that I don't do at the beginning is using Dynamish. I don't do that a lot. Actually, now I think I chose the wrong head plane, because there are two. One is like 120 with 120 resolution, I think, and the other one is slightly more than that. So I think I chose the one that has more resolution because it's harder to work with this one. But it's okay. So I think I was thinking maybe it's better to have some sessions for only reading comments and some session for only, you know, speed sculpting. Maybe it's more useful for those who want to learn, because now I'm not quite focused on sculpting. I'm more like focused on, you know, how is everything? Is the music okay? Is the comments are there? I'm not focused like 100% on sculpting. So these are the facial features that I usually add roughly. The important thing now for me is to kind of get the proportions correct, and after I feel like the proportions are there, then I start to add detail. I always do that with sculpting body, with sculpting pretty much everything. So I always start with bigger forms, and then you know, I try to slowly add details. Don't worry about all those brush strokes, because once I'm done, it's always easy to just you know, smooth everything. I think he also has this, you know, upper part of his head kind of bigger, like it's like wider on the top. It's strange, but I love DMX for choosing all these portraits. Guys, look at these portraits. They're really special. Like, I don't really like this one because it just makes me cringe. I don't like this one. But for example, look at this. This is such a sweetheart. Look at this portrait. She's so sweet. I can't wait to start to sculpt this portrait, honestly. And this is good, but you know what I'm trying to say is that he chose some unusual portraits, and I think that's the point for us to be able to sculpt differently, not just always go for the standard forms that we see in pretty sculpts that already exist. Yeah, that's quite a challenge. Like, look at this one. These are not like usual faces that we see all the time, right? I just have this obsession with sculpting old people portrait. I don't know why. I think it has more character, and it's like it has a lot to play with. For example, comparing this to this one. Yeah, this is good, but it doesn't make me feel like there's a lot going on there. It's like too smooth and pretty. Probably she's a model. That's all I can read from that portrait, but I can read a lot from this portrait. Like, there's a story in this face. There's a lot going on. I mean, emotionally, not just, you know, sculpting the you know, wrinkles and the beard and the glasses, and I don't mean that. Also, that is also adding to the you know, adding to the character, but the feeling is something else. Also, this portrait is like, it has a character. VMAX is amazing. Young people are way harder to get right, I think. If you don't get the base shape right, it looks off. It's easier to get the feel right with the older people. Probably. I'm not sure. I never thought about it that way. But maybe you're right. I thought actually the opposite. I thought younger faces are like easier. Probably it's more smooth and you don't need to clarify many things. That's my feeling. I'm not sure. What are you sculpting now, if I may ask? Yeah, guys, just click on the link that I posted on my story and you'll see my screen on YouTube. I'm sharing my screen on YouTube. I couldn't share my screen on Instagram. And I see some comments here. Are you on Twitch and that's why on Insta I can't be seeing anything but you? No, I'm not on Twitch actually. I'm on YouTube. Ooh, I just spilled water. That's what I do all the time. I'm a bit clumsy. Which part are you? Which pad are you using? I'm using a very old pad. It's Wacom. It's very old, but I love it. I'm not betraying it. There are some comments on Instagram that I couldn't read. Young people are way harder to get right. I read this one. They're easier to model, of course, but in terms of likeness, I think younger is more difficult. Probably. I'm trying to actually think if that's true or not. You make me think. I think no, I think older are difficult, in my opinion, but maybe it's different for different artists. XP pen is good or not? I never used it. I don't actually know. I never used XP pen. I think I also need to change the shape of the skull in the back, because you know it's different. I'll defer to you. I'm not a character modeler. No, but you have a, you know, experience and a sense of, you know, what's difficult and what's not difficult. I'm still actually trying to think if it's difficult to sculpt older portraits or younger portraits. Maybe we can ask Hadi. I know he's watching. He's the portrait master. Maybe he can tell us. What do you think, Hadi? Do you think sculpting older faces, older portraits are easier than the younger people? I really want to know how Hadi thinks. So I'm making the eyes kind of bigger. making the ears bigger than the usual because it looks kind of bigger here. Comments. Just passing by on my lunchtime to say I'm a big fan of your work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Another comment. What do you think about the process of sculpting clothes? I'm trying to sculpt the fabric for one of my characters, very similar to the pyramid head skirt. It's very difficult. There are a lot of folds. Well, one thing that I do all the time is studying from classical sculptures to understand the, you know, the dynamics of folds like in real life. I also have some lives that they are still on my Instagram, on my YouTube. You can check that if you want. It's the one that I'm sculpting the creation of Adam. I also talk about sculpting, you know, fabric on that live. And the other thing that you could do is to use a Marvelous Designer, not to copy, but not to just use the Marvelous Designer as it is, but to copy. Like you do stuff in Marvelous Designer and then you use it as a reference to copy to sculpt. This is gonna help you learn a lot, and also it's like, it's not a lot of work to do, you know. It's easier than trying to study for example, like classical sculptures to understand how it works with, you know, fabric. I would do, you know, studying directly from classical sculpture, but if that's overwhelming, you can just go straight to Marvelous Designer to study from Marvelous Designer. But just copy. Don't use the same mesh. Just copy it. Try to copy it. Oh, we have had this comment here. Younger subjects are more tricky because there are less landmarks. So Diogo, you're right. On the face to easily point out and copy, you need more trained eyes to capture the likeness. Well, says the master. However, older subjects could take more time since there are more details to model. And Diego says, yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. Elder people take more time just because of the amount of details, but younger is more difficult to get the likeness right. I hate you both. I'm kidding. Yeah, for me it's easier to, I don't know, maybe I should try. Maybe you're right. So I think I'll close the live on my phone, because my phone is probably boiling now. Thank you everyone on Instagram for watching. If you are interested to see what I'm doing next, just click the link on the previous story and watch the live online on YouTube. Thank you. Bye bye. All right. My phone is definitely burning. Okay, chill. So how many people are watching on YouTube? Hi, Albano. Hi. What's up? Another thing that I am always careful with sculpting the head is that, I mean, in this case, this face is kind of flat, but not quite flat. But one thing that usually beginners make is to make the face too flat, that when you're looking from the up and down, it looks quite flat and square. It shouldn't look like that. Even with like these kind of faces that are kind of like not so much curved, like you can see the nose is kind of like flattened on the face. Even with that, it shouldn't look like it's flat. It has to have, you know, clear structures in a curved surface. Hi Ahmed, nice to see you here. What's up? I don't like the lower jaw because it has to go backward. Especially this part, like it's kind of looking like this. Maybe we'll see slowly. Guys, I apologize for not being available for 2 weeks. I know I promised I'm gonna go live every Monday, every week, but I couldn't. And it's been some weeks that I'm like this. But it's alright. I promise I will go live more often and I will make good content for you guys. And be more active on my social media, either on Instagram or YouTube. I need to be more active. I used to post a lot of stuff. I'm actually preparing some really cool things to post. It's not a surprise, but you probably expect me to sculpt these kind of figures, but I'm excited. So another thing that I see here is that this part of the head is like too much inward. Like you see, it's going inward. Good to hear. Don't put too much pressure on yourself though. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to not put too much pressure on myself, because life is already putting too much pressure on us. We have to be a bit kinder to ourselves. Especially that I know that I'm always trying hard. I have always tried hard. I was never lazy. I was never lazy in any spot in my life. Exactly, I just went like 8 months without doing anything 3D because I was burned out on it. Yeah, I know the feeling. Actually, I'm always burned out. Even if I don't do anything, I'm always burned out because I always have things to do. I always do something. I think I'm not adding too much detail on the eyes because I feel like I need to wait until I want to actually break the symmetry. It's too soon now. It's much quieter without Instagram. Instagram is giving me a lot of stress. People are writing too much. I mean, it's nice. I like comments, but it's stressful. Like I'm always trying to read the comments, say hi to people, and I'm not really focused on sculpting when I'm live on Instagram. Even now, like every 5 seconds I see some notification on Instagram. They say, actually I was listening to this professor who is I think psychologist, I'm not sure, and he was saying that for those who are diagnosed with ADHD, if you put your phone like with the face towards you to up, like you can see the notification beside you, it's gonna distract you more than when you actually put it with the face down a bit further from you. And the best will be just put it in a pocket and put it somewhere really far from you, or just leave it in the bathroom. And it's true. I'm not ADHD or anything, but it's like when you see it, it just gives you a lot of stress. Maybe I should just put it somewhere here without seeing everything is safer, no? And the other thing, I think I have to, yeah. He has kind of the lower part of his face, the jaw part, a bit outward, like this. Yeah, phone get too much in the way. Exactly. That's amazing progress for 30 minutes, by the way. Thank you. Honestly, the challenge is to do one portrait in 1 hour, not more than 1 hour. So this has to be done in 1 hour. But because I've been, distracted by the comments and stuff, I'm not actually doing good now. I don't think I will be able to finish it in 1 hour. But that's okay. The point is to do something online and make a good result. The result is always important. But I should write it when I posted that it took more than 1 hour. Because it actually will take more than 1 hour. It's just like when I'm doing something, I need to be focused on doing that thing like 100%. I cannot split, talking with sculpting. I'm even like that when I'm driving. That's really funny. Like when I'm driving, everyone has to stop talking, or at least don't talk to me, or I'm gonna kill everyone in the car, including myself. I love how Hadi is always sculpting ears because it just looks so realistic. I wanna sculpt ears like Hadi does when I grow up. Very easy to mess up if you're distracted. Yeah, like anything that I said sounds like I'm really leaning ADHD, but trust me, no. Like recently I have trouble focusing, but not ADHD, I hope. Hi Rodolfo. Hi, what's up? Okay, I think slowly it's the time to break the symmetry and sculpt the eyes to try to capture some likeness. But I think I can still work on the jaw because I think it's bigger. Yeah, it's way too big. I need to shrink the jaw a little bit. The funny thing is that I put my phone away and now I see the notification on the iPad. This is I need to throw my phone away, like literally. This is funny. Do you guys have the same problem that I have? Now I'm starting to get worried. It actually looks like Frankenstein. The hair and the hairstyle and the head shape. No? I also feel like the upper part of the skull looks a bit big, but I'm gonna add the hair later to check it. For now, I think the important part that I need to be careful with is the jaw. You have that problem with Discord? No, Discord never bothers me. I can easily ignore or just check the messages later. But with my phone is harder. It's just, I think, the shape of the jaw that I need to get it correct, and then the lower part, which is here, has to be still smaller, something like this. Hello from Malaysia, happy to watch you live. Hello KW Soon Sam, it's nice to have you here. What's up? I'd like to have the ease of sculpting and talking at the same time. Unfortunately, I only focus on one thing at a time. I think if I try to walk and chew gum at the same time, I will fall. That's me. That's Leila. Yeah. It's really hard to do things at the same time. Maybe slightly bigger. Yeah. So I think also the ear has to look a bit more realistic. I like this elevator music. It's chilling. Okay, so I'm gonna get the entire skull and break the symmetry. Like, I'm going to click on X on my keyboard and put the gizmo right here in the middle and rotate the head a little bit. I still don't want to use Dynamish because it's too soon. I'm gonna lose the detail if I use Dynamish now. the most important part on the portrait is always the eyes. Again, I want to be like Hadi when I grow up for sculpting the eyes, because he just makes them look so realistic and he makes them look real, like a real person is looking at you. I always sculpt, like when I do likeness, it looks like not the portrait, like it looks like the portrait, but it looks like it's a doll made of that portrait. It never looks realistic. But when Hadi does, it's always there. So for the open eyes or even closed eyes, I usually import a sphere and scale it something like slightly, but not with this nose because this nose is quite bigger than usual, but I always go for something slightly bigger than the, you know, normal nose size, and put it right in the eye socket to not mess up with the, you know, with the round form of the eye. It has to be somewhere there, but again, because this eye is like kinda Asian and it's different, so I have to be careful with what I'm doing here. You can always just, you know, select some parts and just, you know, push it inward or outward to give this realistic wrinkle look here. Also, I think I need to move the entire thing lower because we see a very straight line here that is angling down. And maybe the corner of eyes should be still flat and kind of puffy, but with this wrinkle here that goes inward and another one here that goes inward, because there's this, you know, tissue here that is like right around the eye and this is that tissue. So I usually exaggerate it, like exaggerate some, you know, landmarks like this to you know, just capture the feeling of the portrait. And then as I move forward, I either change it or I keep it like that because it's good. Like, why not? Exaggeration is always good. Maybe it's why my portraits are always looking like a doll of the person instead of like a real likeness. All right, and here I do the same. If it's symmetrical, I just use this mirror and weld. And if it's not symmetrical and I haven't put the eyelid yet, I just, you know, duplicate it and place it where it should be. I think I need to go a bit lower, higher, but maybe to this side a little. Yeah, better. So you need to be careful that this circle, this sphere, has to be inside the skull. Like if you consider the skull bones here around the eye, you need to put that sphere right inside the the socket, you know. It has to make sense. You cannot just put the sphere like somewhere in between the like forehead or like face. It has to, like, you have to have imagination of where you're actually putting it and if it's fitting in like inside that socket. It is starting to look like something, right? Eyes are so important. It adds so much to the character. Like without the eyes, it could be anyone, but with the eyes, it's always different. You need to constantly, check it from different angles to make sure that it's not like jumping off the road. I still, as you can see, don't want to dynamish it, because I think at this stage it's not needed, because it's just gonna remove all the details that I'm adding, and then it's gonna make it harder for me to proceed with the amount of resolution that it's gonna give me, which is not good. Like higher resolution is not good for bigger forms. Even sometimes for the detail is not good. Unless you're just trying to use some alphas to add some, texture on the skin or really tiny details. But since I'm usually sculpting for collectibles and they are small and I don't need to add alphas or small details for printing, because the printer simply cannot print it, so I just never use alphas. It's important to see these like tiny lines. Like I see that, is there a way to paint over pure ref? I think there has to be a way, or maybe magic pen. No, I don't have magic pen. Well, I just wanted to show you guys some lines here that I see that is helping me to realize how to copy the form of the eyes. But next time. I'm trying to solve some problems for the next time. And this is another problem that I think I must solve for the next live. Use spotlight projection. Spotlight. Ah, right. I can actually use spotlight projection. But I actually hate using spotlight projection. You can ask Hadi about it. He knows that I hate it. I'm having more like traditional sculpting way than actually, you know, digital sculpting way of sculpting, because I do everything as if it's like a clay and I'm trying to copy just sculpting without using projection and stuff like that, which I know in Hadi's opinion especially is wrong, and he's right, but it's just the way that I do and I feel comfortable to do and makes me feel like I'm actually sculpting like more traditionally, you know, because that's how I learned. And I know that at some point I must you know, change or, you know, find new ways to progress. But for now it is helping me and I don't mind doing stuff like this. Right, I thought you just wanted to show something. Just spotlight and reduce opacity and then show it by sculpting underneath the ref. Don't change. That's your workflow. PureRef has a drawing tool. I would like to actually know about the PureRef drawing tool, but maybe later I can find it out searching online. And I want to add this lower eye part wrinkles. It doesn't have that much puffiness underneath. It just looks kind of flat. So always make sure to look at it from different angles. If that makes sense, that this is like a living person's eyes, then you're good to go. But if that looks off, this means that you need to still work on it. Ah, thank you, Diogo. Control plus D to activate it. Control plus D. Ah, right. Okay. So I wanted to show that there's this line here, and then there's this line, and then there's this, and then there's this. And I think just closing is gonna close, yeah. Okay. Thank you, I just learned something. Thank you so much. Okay, now I see that the the eyelid, this like line here is too much higher than the eye. So I think I'm gonna mask this area and move everything down a little bit. And then, to not lose what I sculpted, I'm gonna use standard brush and dig it into the eye socket. And then again, trying to copy some lines also here, but I'm gonna use inflate to kind of close this gap, and then clay tube again to flatten the area, because it doesn't have to look like it's puffy from like, you know, being swollen or something. It has to look natural puffiness. Art of Hafiz. Hi, Persian fan. Hello everyone watching. If anyone just jumped in, hello. What's up, Hafiz? How is everything going? So I am also trying to add some wrinkles here and here and here as well. This is gonna just be like a very quick sketch, and since I'm now very focused now, I don't want to go crazy over details, but I just want to, you know, add some stuff to give it a natural look. We're still alive, you know. Well, I'm really sorry. I don't know what to say, as you can imagine. But I'm glad that you're safe. I think now at least that's the only thing that matters. And I think it has to be puffy here as well. I'm hungry. Maybe I should stop the live. What time is it? Yeah, it's almost 8. Is it already an hour that I'm live? I think so. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't have time for the hair. Maybe I can proceed with the hair sometime again, or maybe next time I should start with another portrait, but for now I think it's good. Thank you everyone for watching, and wait for me. I'm gonna do this again. I don't want to say next Monday because I'm not sure. I am trying every Monday. I'm trying, but something happens and my mood is like dropping. and yeah, I hope next Monday, if not another day, but I'm gonna go live again. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your time, and have a nice evening or the rest of your day and night. Bye bye.